Do diamonds on me, go flash this a Snapchat. Cause I didn't get my baby mama that do intake.
Something I notice about a lot of the men in the manosphere, and I always watch them get upset with Simps and white knights and cucks and stuff like that. And what they have to realize is that it doesn't matter how hard you try, no matter how much you protest or how much you try to get them to see the light, you'll never change the fact that they're Simps, cucks, and white knights. And it's going to take either a situation for them to be broken and or, you know, distraught basically to actually see the light. Some don't. Some go through that shit and never see the light. Some do, some don't. And the sad part about that is I always say something to the extent of Simps, cucks, and white knights basically are a dime a dozen. So, what you have to understand about this situation is as infuriating as it is watching them, and as stupid as you might find them, at the end of the day, for every one simp or man you that turns to the red pill, it creates a vacuum for 10 to 12 more Simps, cucks, and white knights to basically rise up in this place. And that's just the cold hard truth, and that's the reality when it comes to it in this world. Not all the men are going to be waking up out of their dream or waking up out of their, or being able to be taken out of the matrix by speaking to them. Some have to be jolted out of it. Some have to be deleted out of it. Some have to be, forced out of it. Some have to be deleted programs. It basically is going to take a lot to basically, it'll take like a catastrophic event to basically make all the men turn red pill or run to the manosphere for the most part. And I've noticed this with a lot of content creators. I get very upset with the white knights, the manginas as they call them, the Simps and cucks and all these people who allow this shit to happen for the most part. Not all men are going to be able to be smart and wake up at the same rate. It's basically a learning curve for the most part is the best way to look at it. And not all men are going to be able to learn and be wise men and be able to avoid the shit. Some men have to go through the trials and tribulations to actually get through the shit. Some men have to probably watch their father or their uncle or their grandfather or a best friend be destroyed before they actually go through the stuff. And then there's some men that'll watch that shit and go, well, that's not going to be me. And the sad part about that is based on what they grew up in and what they've seen and what they've learned is typically what the type of people that they're going to get in a relationship with. Or what they're used to being around is typically the same women that they're going to get in a relationship with. I look at it like this. If you know your mom was doing wrong to your dad, then there's a high chance that you're going to get into a relationship with somebody similar or like your mother. It's just facts. Or your aunt, or your grandmother, or women that were in your immediate vicinity who you grew up with and watched do the stupidest shit to men and you watch take men to the cleaners, you watch mentally, emotionally, and physically destroy men. Like, that's pretty much going to be you when you get older if you don't snap out of it and or don't date somebody similar to your family members that do the stupid shit that they do. And a lot of men tend to date women who are typically like the females in their family. And it's sad to watch them do that. I mean, granted, you may have some good women in your family, but 9 times out of 10, you probably don't get to hang around those good women in your family. You probably get to hang around the fucked up ones that do the fucked up shit and the dumb shit on a regular basis. That be having your aunt and mom arguing over some stupid shit, or your grandma and your mom, or your grandma and your aunt arguing over stupid shit on a regular basis for no fucking reason whatsoever that doesn't need to be argued over. And the fact of the matter is those are typically the type of women that men growing up in that situation are going to gravitate towards when they actually get older and start dating and get out in the dating market. It's the inevitable fact. But I digress.